Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Golden Gloves Chat Show. With me, you can see, is the champ, Shervantaigh Koopman, WBA Inter-Continental champion, newly crowned. He's a multiple professional boxing champion. He's a former South African junior middleweight champion. Well done to Brandon Tyson, by the way. You've just vacated the title. Brandon Tyson's made history by winning a South African title in the same weight as his late dad. So that's brilliant news. Andre Tyson was his late dad, and they both won South African titles in the junior middleweight division. So well done to him. And as I said, that's the title you just vacated. You've just won another new title. So you're collecting the belts now, Shervantaigh. You know that we spoke about it before this fight about South Africa's hidden talent. I can't use those words anymore. You're not a hidden talent anymore. The world knows your name now. I promise you're going to go into the top 20 in the world now. You're 15-0, 10 KOs. Brilliant record. Doesn't get much better than that. You were rated number 25. I'll say you've got to be in the top 20 in the world after that magnificent victory. You've beaten every good fighter in this country quite easily as well. You've beaten international fighters. Now, how does that feel, champ?
It feels great, Uncle Brian. To see all the hard work is paying off. All the hours we spend in the gym and so much time we spend in boxing. That it's paying off.
Yes.
At the end of the day, that's what we want. That's what we're working for. To get that W, and it feels amazing.
Because I mean, tell the viewers out there what you put into a day's work. I mean, you run in the morning, you spar in the afternoon.
Yeah. So most of my days I spend like training almost 3 times a day.
3 times a day, every day.
3 times a day. Yeah. So I do in the morning. I'll do the boxing or running. In the afternoon at the gym, the Brian Mitchell Boxing Academy, gym.
I've heard of that gym.
Yeah. So then I'm there with Vusi as well.
Yes.
We're working the pads, and the bag, and some fitness as well.
I want to talk to you about Vusi and your
Yes.
dad as well. Yeah. Let's talk about the fight firstly. While I got that on my paper in front of me. So round 1, you come out there. You always look so cool, calm, and collected. You don't look like anything bothers you. And it was like 30 seconds into the first round, and Shervantaigh Koopman was down. I nearly swallowed the mark, by the way, as a commentator. You went down. It wasn't a big punch, but it was a little left hook. And he came forward with that little left hook and he caught you. How did you feel going down the first 30 seconds of the fight?
It felt more like a flesh knockdown because I didn't see the punch, to be honest, and I was off balance. I didn't expect it, the angle that I was. I thought he was so close that I would hold him, So I didn't have my balance. I didn't see anything.
And from him, it was a good punch. Right?
From him, he was in a perfect
position. He closed the gap and he whipped you with a little left hook.
Exactly. He was on the right angle.
Position.
Yeah, to throw that left hook, and obviously I didn't see it at all. And like I said, I thought it was so close that I would hold him. So I didn't see the punch. So it was more like a flesh knockdown.
Yeah.
All I know is I went down.
But you didn't look badly hurt anyway. You look like you recovered well. Obviously, your fitness is a big thing. The viewers need to know that as well. The guys that don't recover when they get hit is the guys that also don't train hard. And obviously, your fitness, you recovered so quickly, you didn't even look really hurt. But then 30 seconds later, you were down again.
Yeah.
And it was a right hand, but that looked more like you were off balance. Did he catch you?
It was a shot. It was more behind the head, but also it looked like a slip as well. I didn't really feel that punch, but I think it was a shot. It was a punch.
Now we're still in the first round. This is almost like Marvin Hagler, Thomas Hearns, one of the greatest first rounds of all time. It was mind-boggling. So you've been down twice, and the favorite that we all thought and we know is going to win, and you've been down twice, and we're 2 minutes into the fight, and then you whip him with a body punch, and down goes Cook. And I'm like, 3 knockdowns. We haven't finished the first round yet.
Yeah.
How did it? You must have been so pumped up when you knocked him down.
Oh yeah. So when I went down, I knew that it was. I'm not giving up.
It's a new fight.
I'm not losing this fight. It was all that was going through my mind, my head. I'm not losing this fight. Not tonight. Not tonight. I'm going to win this fight. I'm going to get back up. And also because of my fitness, like you said, it plays a big role as well, where you can recover much quicker. So I got up and I fought back and I was still fine. I recovered fully. I wasn't still, but he was trying to finish me. And that's when I was holding more and just to stop his momentum as well, you know. So I was holding him a little bit.
And so what you did is great tactics to hold the guy, even though you weren't badly hurt, and you'd knocked him down. So you're back in the fight.
Yes.
So where he was probably now 1 point up, even though you knocked him down, because he knocked you down twice. So now when you sat on the stool at the end of the first round, was your dad and Vusi and Marco stressed? Your dad must have been.
Yes. No, they were just letting me know that I must keep my hands up, you know, because the guy is wild. He's trying to finish me. And we knew that before the fight, we knew that he was going to come out. He's going to come out with everything. He's going to try to knock me out. And, you know, it was just my fault for not keeping my hands up as tight as it should be.
Defense is an important factor. We talk about it a lot in the gym, and obviously we're going to perfect your defense. Your offense is brilliant, but defense has got to be nice and high. But okay, so now you've the end of the first round, you 1 point down, even though you knocked him down. Come out to the second round, yes, and that magnificent jab and that straight right down the middle that I love of yours. Back in action, you cut his face open here above his nose, and there's blood everywhere, and you win the second round. Tell us about the second round.
So the second round, I caught him with a punch that opened his forehead. Was by a punch, and at that point I knew that, you know, I'm back. I'm back in the fight. You know, I'm not out. I'm gonna finish this guy. You know.
What?
And
okay. Now I just want to tell you about the referee's decision. Yeah, carry on, Simon.
Yeah, and so I just knew that I couldn't be close to him, because he was looking for those overhands and those hooks. Exactly the same punch he caught me with the first round. So I had to adjust and just keep my distance. And that's when you saw I started boxing from a distance, you know, just using my long arms, my reach.
Yeah, and you are really good at that when you extend those punches. I love that Tommy Hearns kind of extensions of yours. So what I was going to say is that the referee was actually brilliant, because he picked it up that it was a punch that you cut him with. So he went straight to the judges and he said it's a legal punch. So the difference is, if he didn't say it's a legal punch, it could have gone to a no contest.
Okay.
So if you had won, it was going to be a TKO for you. So good call by the referee. Okay, so now we're 2 rounds down. Round 3, I think you hit him with one of the best uppercuts to the body that I've ever seen in boxing. You hit him straight in the middle of the solar plexus. Did you feel you were in total control then when you started hurting the body?
I did. That was the game plan also, to target the body as well, you know, because of the altitude, him being in Canada, coming down. So we knew it was going to play a factor as well later in the later round as well. That's what we were hoping for. He would get tired to the body. Yes. So I had to touch the body. But also when I did go down to the body, I could see his body language. He kind of like hinged over, but it was protecting more.
He didn't like your body punches.
He didn't like the body punches. And then, and you know, a boxer, when any wrong thing you do in the ring, we smell it. It's almost like we smell blood, you know what I mean? We know, okay, you don't like that. Now I'm going to go for that.
Well, you did have a lot of blood there. I was badly cut with VC's nose.
Yes.
And now you're hurting him in the body, breaking the ribs down. So a magnificent performance. That's round 3. And then round 4 was a war. And then round 5, you just took control. And, you know, he just got so tired of the body punches. Pumrani Msibi said to me, he calls it the bread basket. He said, those bread basket punches are not going to keep him going long. And by the 5th round, the referee stopped it. So magnificent performance. Well done. Shervantaigh, you typically a guy that does his talking in the ring. You're not a guy that talks. But I must say, you're talking very well today. Not a man of many words. Do you motivate yourself before the fight? Like, talk to yourself, maybe dream about how you're going to win the fight?
I don't talk to myself before the fight. You know, I just believe in myself, because I know I've done the work. You know, so it gives you more confidence when you know you've done the work. And also I have my dad as well. I've got Vusi, I've got my team, Marco, and everyone else. So when we're warming up, you know, they're always telling me, you know what, I can win. You know, I'm definitely going to win. And they start giving me just the positive as well,
And that great team. I mean, your dad, Charlton, is great motivation for you. Is he very strict on you at home or when you're out of the gym?
Not so much. Just when I make mistakes. You know, when boxing, because I mean it is boxing. It's a tough sport.
Yes,
you know, so And you need that as well. You need someone that you don't need someone that's going to always tell you, no, you're fine, you're doing the right thing. You know, you need someone that's going to say, no, you actually this, you can do better in that, you can do better in that. So
exactly. And that's what I've seen him in the gym with you. He doesn't always compliment you. He's looking at your mistakes, which is a good thing.
As well,
and he's tough on that. Marco Louise does a nice job in the corner. You guys seem to gel. Vusi Matola, of course, a brilliant trainer, been around a long time with you guys. And you guys are gelling nicely in the corner. Some of the former South African greats in the junior middleweight division were Charlie Weir, Gregory Clark, Andre Tyson as well, Gert Steyn, Bushi Bester. But me personally, I think you've gone past them. You really are going to the next level. You've become a world-class fighter. What does it feel like now thinking that when you see these guys out there, Terence Crawford and Jamal Charlo and Sebastian Fundora, and you think you can actually have one of those belts one day?
I think so. I think so. I believe in myself. You know, I know these guys are on the next level, you know, and also, you know, I just see it as one fight at a time, at a time, you know, one fight at a time. I believe I'm only getting better, you know, and
No, you definitely are getting better.
Yeah.
So you think you'll be ready for these guys in the next year or two?
I think so. Yeah, I'm ready. You know, it's boxing. You know, at the end of the day, you want that opportunities as well. It's what you're working for. You know, so if that opportunity comes around, you know, I'll make sure you know, firstly I'll make sure my camp is on point. You know, no distractions. I'll make sure no distractions and my defense is on point. You know,
I'll work on that.
I'll just make sure that I am the best that I can be. You know, at the end of the day, they've done a good job of being the best that they can be, you know, but so it's up to me to make sure that I am 100% ready. So I'll work on myself, you know, and the camp will be just
fantastic. Well said. To the champ, Shervantaigh, I just want to say that South Africa is very proud of you once again, and I can't wait to see you back in action on another Golden Glove show. So thanks, champ Shervantaigh Koopman, for taking time out to chat to us. I think the viewers love that insight. And you're starting to speak better. I like it. You can be a commentator soon.
I'm getting used to it.
Well done. And you really are maturing as a fighter. So I think you're going to go down as one of the South African greats.
Thank you.
From me, Brian Mitchell, thank you for watching.